Today I'm making fried squash blossoms stuffed with melted mozzarella cheese. Originally I meant for this to be a short little video, but when I was editing it just felt right keeping it a bit longer and more relaxed. I'm using two different sizes of flowers for this. These smaller ones are from zucchinis and these larger ones are from pumpkins. You can cook and eat the whole thing, stem, leaves, and flower, but I like to remove the stamen or pistil, which is just the little center part of the flower. Just reach into the flower and pull it off like so. Get the flowers into a colander so that you can give them a good wash before cooking. Bugs really seem to like to hide inside the blossoms. Once washed, place the squash blossoms onto a tray lined with paper towel to dry. I'm cutting some mozzarella to use inside the blossoms, but really you can use whatever type of cheese you like. Again, this recipe is relaxed and doesn't have to be super precise or exact. Take the pieces of cheese and place them inside of your squash blossoms. You can use one of the little petals to tuck it in securely like I'm doing here, but if your flowers are small, not to worry, the batter will keep everything in. For the batter, you'll need all-purpose flour, carbonated water, salt, and baking powder. I'm using about 1.5 cups of flour, so about 180 to 200 grams. For this amount, I used about 1 can of carbonated water. Then I added in a good pinch of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Should I have added the salt and baking powder in before I added the soda? Yep, probably, but I forgot. Whisk that all up, and ideally what you want is for it to be about as thick as sour cream. The batter should be thick enough to hold together, but also needs to be loose enough that the delicate flowers can be dragged through without ripping. If it looks like this, kind of like sour cream or creme fraiche, you're good to go. To fry, get about 1/2 inch of neutral oil with a high smoke point into the bottom of a pan with high sides and set up your frying station. So I have my stuffed blossoms, batter, frying oil, and then a tray with a wire rack for the finished blossoms, which doubles as a lid for the pot in case of emergency. Heat your oil on medium heat, and to test if the oil is hot enough to fry, I usually just dip a toothpick into my batter and drop a little into the oil. Here you can see it was still too cold, so I waited a few more minutes, and here, when it starts to bubble and float, it's ready. Dip the flowers into the batter, wipe off the excess on the side of the bowl, and place gently into the oil, lying it away from you so the oil doesn't splash in your direction. After a few minutes, when the bottom starts to get crisp and golden, flip the blossoms and cook on the other side. Once both sides are golden and crisp, remove them from the oil and place them onto the tray lined with the rack. Immediately after the blossoms come out of the oil, sprinkle them with some flaky salt. To serve, I like to top mine with a bit of fresh lemon zest and a squeeze of lemon juice, but you can do really whatever you feel like. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, consider subscribing and connect with me on Instagram at chefstudio_.